Jane Dagme, Editor-in-Chief of Designers Today, here at Las Vegas Market, and I'm here with a very special guest. Let's take our masks off now, okay? All right, my guest today is Mary DeVincenzo of Norwalk Furniture, and Mary wears a lot of hats at Norwalk, but one of which is Designer Accounts Manager. And so what that means is almost every piece of upholstery, custom upholstery, that goes to Norwalk Furniture, she sees it. And so today we're going to talk about how designers can order better so that their custom upholstery order pretty much goes off seamlessly. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Jane.
That was a mouthful for me.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
So I want to first talk about sectionals. I read you, President of Norwalk, Caroline Hippel, said this is the year of the Netflix sectional. What are some of the things that designers might not think about when ordering a sectional?
One of the things that I try to do with designers is if they're doing a sectional or presenting it for their client, I ask them to give me what the dimensions are, and then I take a hard look at that to see if that's actually going to be user-friendly in a home. I want to make sure that there's going to be the seating that they actually are trying to get in the room. One of the things that really helps us with that is we have a design tool called Norwalk 360, and so I'm able to build a sectional on a program that they like, that the size for the client, and to do a screenshot and send it to them, and it helps us drill down and make sure that it's the correct size for that room, and it's going to do what it needs to do for the client.
So you told me that like you've had some instances
Yes.
where designers have not, where you've said, hey, warning, I think your sectional might be too small, and then what happens?
Well, if, I try to give a warning, and if they still say no, that's something that they would like to do.
Right.
What happens after that, the fact, if it gets delivered and it's not the right size because it needs to be larger, then it's sort of a longer process for them and their client because we have to worry about die lot. We have to make sure that it's going to get there and it's going to be the right piece in the right home at the right time. And they've already got the wrong piece, and it kind of gets them a little antsy.
Yeah.
The client's a little antsy. So it's hard for the designer, but we go through the process. We ask for a seat cushion cover so we can match die lot.
Right.
And then we send it back to the client's home. Usually this all takes about 5 or 6 days there and back. And then we produce the piece and get it to the designer to get into the home. But I've had a couple instances where I've said, it really feels small. I don't know if you're going to sit the right people in that room. And
it really behooves the designer to really think about what you are advising because, also just then the client's like, oh, we've got to order another piece, and that'll be, it's more money, it's more wait time till they get what they want.
Exactly.
All right, next topic, COM. What do designers need to know when they are ordering COM? How can they order it and make it go efficiently?
Okay, so for COM for us, we need a couple basic things that they need to just give information for us. We need to know if it's 54-inch wide goods. We need to make sure that it's railroaded or conventional, because that makes a large difference in how much yardage we need. And then we need to know pattern repeat. And then that helps us determine how many yards there is. Sometimes designers will just say, well, just give me a ballpark. And I really don't do that. I'm not comfortable with that because that's the yardage they have in their mind when they're presenting to their client.
Right.
So that's not really safe. One of the other things that I like to do with my designers is if they'll tell me the mill or the source that they're getting it from, I like to go to the website and look at it, because even if they give me the repeat, say vertical and horizontal, sometimes it has a ribbon or a vine or something running through it that even though I have the repeat, sometimes I feel that we need to apply it as a continuous flow so that you have that just draping down the piece instead of the flower centered on each piece. And I will recommend that, and they choose what they really want to do because they know they're the designer, what they want to present to their client.
Right.
But I try to catch that on the front side if I can, because we want their client to be happy.
Yep.
Because if they're happy, the designer's happy, and we're really happy then. And it's really hard to go backwards if they get it and it's not how they thought it was going to be applied.
Yeah.
I can't assume that that's what the designer wants, and or their client.
See, it's just so good because you know a lot of the things that maybe some less experienced designers don't even know to ask. So it's good that you just prompt them with these questions
Yes.
and get them thinking so that everybody ends up with the piece that they were expecting,
Yes,
right? For
expectation
sure.
level. We just
For
want to
sure.
meet all expectation levels for that.
Third and last topic, cushions, because there are some people that like cushions neat and some that like more of like the shabby lived-in look. So what do you suggest for designers?
So we offer a good assortment of different seat cushions. And I think one of the first things they need to ask their client is, how do they want it to sit? You know, sometimes they'll say, well, they really want a lived-in kind of sit squishy look. And I said, well, do you understand that that's going to also take maintenance, that it's going to need to be flipped and taken care of, which is not a problem. What I recommend for something like that is every week or 2 weeks or whatever it is, that when you dust your end tables, you flip your cushions. You know, it's sort of things to help prompt that. So that if they want that cushion, then they know to maintain it. And if they say, I really don't want that, I like more of a pristine look, then we have that seat cushion. I think if you ask that of your client right off the bat, then you're able to really zero in on.
Right, and I think in the discovery process, like when clients share tear sheets or pictures, you know, you're
Exactly.
going to pick up on those clues.
Right.
Because, you know, you don't want somebody, oh, it looks messy or it's, you know, too high maintenance. So
Right, they
yeah.
don't want, you know, because they have 3 kids and 2 dogs, and the dogs take the back pillows off of the sofa and lay on them on the floor. I mean, you just have all kinds of scenarios.
I know that there are many more things that people should think about, and this will hopefully, we can expand on it in print or online, but I feel like it's so fantastic, like that you care so much about your job, about the designers being successful. You become like an appendage of their team, really, in the ordering.
It's just a passion for me. I enjoy helping people. That's what I love to do. So I think that I'm a good team player with them, and I'm on their team, and I kind of their design assistant if they'll let me be that.
Yeah. So designers, when ordering from Norwalk, getting to know that company, she is your gal. Mary is your gal. So thank you.
Thank you
so much for being here.
No, thank you.
We've got to put on our mask before we go and do anything else. So say goodbye to our designers before you do that. All right.